So Escape IT wasn't always Escape IT. There was Escape IT and there was also SoTech. I was SoTech. We founded SoTech in 2001. And originally I founded it basically on the premise of actually delivering good quality service support to businesses. And it was something that there are a lot of people out there that love doing the geek speak and, you know, wearing the lovely laptop bag and not actually wanting to talk to people. But I found it was more beneficial to actually talk to people in plain language than it was to use hieroglyphic and symbols or just hide in a server room. As we started going through, we found it difficult in terms of growth. We got to 1, 2, 3 employees, but it was really difficult to get over that bump. So as a result, I actually ended up meeting this fantastic guy called Tony McLaughlin, who we ended up doing a business management course together. And we found out we had lots of synergies. We loved holidays, we loved wine. And we used to backfill for one another. Tony had exactly the same problems that I had. He had 2 staff, and then it got back to 1 staff and he was having trouble filling. He was having trouble taking time away from the business and everything was just getting too much. And so as a result, if we flip the slide, this is Tony's business. His business was basically founded on the exact same premise that mine was. Funny that. We found that if we pulled everything together, it was going to be a whole lot easier. In 2011, we merged. We can go to the next slide. In 2011, we merged the 2 businesses, and we started off with, obviously, Tony and myself, 3 engineers. We had to change locations, pull everything together, and then we looked at scalability as to what we needed to do to try and grow the business. We found that, obviously, by joining the businesses together, we obviously had economies of scale. We were able to offer some really great diversification. I and my team had skills that Tony and his team didn't. Tony and his team primarily focused on the advertising and media space. I focused on everything else but. So it enabled us to obviously look for growth, look for expansion, as well as cross-skill our fantastic team, of which, all bar one, is actually still with us today. And it also enabled us to go back to our vendors and actually negotiate and actually talk to them. It's almost unheard of in this day and age. So if we flip, oh, beautiful. Fast forward, we're just going to fast forward. Nina, our fantastic design expert, has helped us redo a whole bunch of things, including this fantastic logo on the top of our screen. And we, through the empathy mapping that we did with Nina, we were able to hone in, and it actually just tells exactly what we do at Escape IT. It is consulting, it is service and support. Cybersecurity is huge, and it's only going to grow. The dollars in cybersecurity, it's just going to go exponential. There was a big hack on Victorian hospitals and health in the last 24, 48 hours, and so they're scrambling for resources, etc. Managed services is still huge. Backup and disaster recovery, for a lot of people, has taken a back burner. It shouldn't. This is primary business 101. The cloud and hybrid solutions, we've been talking about it for years. Cloud, a lot of people think is a new phrase. Cloud's been around for 20 plus years. You used to shove your websites up in the cloud. That was early cloud. Your emails, when they were POP and IMAP, etc., they were in the cloud. Now it's Exchange. It went on-prem. Now it's gone backwards. And obviously the procurement side. We want to flick. Our team, it looks sort of lopsided. It's not really, it's just a layout. We have open communication across the board. We don't believe in just one person being the boss, although on paper it looks that way. Tom's a huge filing, shredding. Leaf raker extraordinaire. We've got these lovely trees down the side of our premise that he rakes everything up. And then we're going to have fantastic engineers. And then behind the engineers, we have a whole bunch of subcontractors that we pull in and use for jobs as we need. But it's our strategic partnerships that actually give us the backbone to Escape IT. And it was something that we looked at heavily in 2011 when we merged. And that is the use of ConnectWise. ConnectWise we use for all our ticketing, all our help desk, our triaging, It's a client portal as well, so all our clients can log in, they can see invoices, tickets, you name it, it's all there. 3CX, that's a cloud phone system, could be cloud, could be on-prem. The Microsoft's client solution or cloud solution provider, CSP, we are heavily partnered with those guys delivering not just Microsoft licenses, but there's Symantec, there's backup licenses, you name it, it's in the CSP portal these days. Hosting to Go is who we use for our web hosting. We've got our RMM agent. Cybersecurity, we have a third-party cybersecurity backbone that we hook straight into, which gives us access to about 700 other engineers that sit there and monitor what they call a SOC, Security Operations Center. So in real time, we can see what's actually happening in terms of viruses, malware, crypto, ransomware, and the like. Our vendors that we sell lots of, and this Apple. Yep, we sell Apple. Little old Adelaide guy. But it's our why. People talk about their why, their passion. We love IT. If you didn't love IT, you wouldn't do it. We love the constant change that's required in IT. If I only look at the last 20 years where we've gone from small business server 4.0 to 2011, we've gone from everything being on-prem to stuff going cloud, stuff coming back on-prem. It's a game changer. It's absolutely fantastic. Technology is obviously awesome. Knowledge is king. We don't profess to know it all, but we love knowing who to ask, and that's key. We have a care and desire to see clients prosper. Holidays is paramount, and that's not just for me, it's not just for Tony, it's for all our staff. If our staff can't take holidays, ideally when they want, it's not good. We like to see people taking their full contingent of holidays. That way they can come to work nice and refreshed. We got school fees to pay, and we got this fantastic pub just down the corner from us called the Hilton Hotel, and the My Bar lunches there rock. But going back, so ConnectWise, as I said, we use that as the backbone. That is our professional services automation, ticketing, help desk, triaging. It's a client portal for when clients go, I've lost this invoice. We can just go, hey, log in here, look at them all. Everything's there. Remote control management, that's okay, keep going.
Sorry.
That's okay. Continuum, so advanced cybersecurity, RMM platform, so remote monitoring and maintenance. We use this tool to ensure that all your all your updates are done when you want them done. So we set a time schedule for when they want to be done. You say Wednesday night between midnight and 6 a.m, this little tool ensures that all the updates that come down, push down, your computer's restarted, you're ready to go Thursday morning. If there's a hiccup, we're alerted by sort of 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and we can ensure that we've got technicians ready to go as needed. The 3CX, as I said, it's a phone system. We use this heavily. A lot of our clients use it. We've got a couple of clients that they've got branch offices in Hong Kong, Singapore, Manila, etc. And literally they set it up so they can just call one another. There's no cost. Straightforward. Next slide. CSP we've already done. We're almost there. 2 great little jobs. These took hours. Anyone that's involved in servers, racking, cabinets, etc. We came into this mess on the right-hand side, and we had to replace a whole bunch of bits and pieces. And I turned around and said, do you mind if we straighten and tidy this up? And they go, it's always looked like that, there's no need. I said, no, there's a need, trust me. We spent about 4 hours, and over on the right is what we ended up with. And the owner of the business was absolutely gobsmacked. He'd never seen a cabinet look like that. But it actually made our jobs easier. Everything was labelled, everything was documented. We were able to give them literally an Excel document with everything laid out. Job was very easily done. So I'm Scott from Escape IT. Thanks for listening to me.